Hello, this is the next video for Linux Mint 17. In the last video we went over installing packages from the GUI package manager. We use Synaptic. This video we're going to do the same thing. We're going to talk about installing a software package, but this time instead of using Synaptic, what we're going to do is install a package directly from the website. It's going to be a Debian package. The package that we're going to go over installing will be an antivirus scanning software. Now, I know that Linux, most distributions that have Linux or Unix on it, does not require an antivirus scanning software, but it is a good practice to have one. It is a good practice to use one still, especially if you're downloading and installing different packages and you're passing those packages off from your Linux system to one of your friends' Windows system. It's always a good thing to do, a good security practice, to go ahead and scan that package before you send it over to your friends' Windows machines. If you're running into any type of server, whether it be a web server, database server, email server, any kind of server that you can think of, even if they're running Unix or Linux on them, you still want to be careful and run an antivirus scanning software program on it, just to make sure, because not everybody's going to use Linux. And like I say, the packages and the software that you want to pass off to your Windows friends, you might want to scan them first just to make sure they're secure and safe and don't have any malware or any type of Trojan or something that will allow a bad guy to get into a person's computer and wreak havoc. So the package we're going to install today is called Clam TK. Clam is an antivirus scanning software. It's an open source antivirus scanning software, and it's used for scanning antiviruses on most Linux and Unix machines. It's a very good piece of software. It comes in two different varieties. There's Clam AV. That's the one you can download and use for your CLI, command line interface. And the other one is Clam TK. Clam TK is a GUI version of Clam, and it can be used from the GUI. So first of all, let me start by showing you where you can download it from. So if you'll go to your browser, wherever you have it saved, in this case what we need to do for this system is go to the menu button, left click on menus, and then from there you can go to internet and open up your browser. Alright, and let's see, we're going to go, I already got it saved, so let me go ahead and oh, it was maximized. Alright, and so you just go right here to this web address right here. This is where you can download Clam TK. It's going to be code.google.com/p/Clam TK. Clam TK, as you can see right here, as we mentioned earlier, is a graphical interface for Clam antivirus scanning software. Then you can come down here, you can read the introduction if you like, go down to the details, and then from there you go and you click on the version that you want. If you got any Red Hat operating systems, you can use these RPMs. If you have any Debian or Ubuntu systems, choose the one that works best for your system. What I did was I chose Legacy. This is the equivalent for Ubuntu 12, and it also works on Mint17 as well. And so I already have the Clam TK downloaded, but just to show you what it looks like, once you left click on it, it's going to come up with this. And as I said, it's a Debian package, so you're just going to go ahead and choose Open with Gufw Package Installer, and you click OK. Alright, and then you're going to see this come up. This is your package installer. And then it says reinstall package because I already have mine installed. If you haven't installed it, it'll show install package. You just click that button and then it'll go ahead and install it for you. Okay, so then go ahead and close that. And like I said, this is the place where you're going to get the Clam TK from. I'll go ahead and include the link in the description below. Then let's just go ahead and close all this. We'll just back out a little bit. Alright, and then you go down to the menu button again, and we're going to go ahead and open up Clam TK. So we just left click it. Alright, let's go here to all programs, and there you'll see Clam TK. You just left click on it, and it comes up here. Now to go ahead and do your general configuration, go up to settings, left click on that, and these are the settings that I have. The only thing that I've taken out is the one on the bottom. Excuse me. This says double click the icons. I don't want to activate it as soon as I double click it. I just want to go ahead and double click it so I can go in and look at the configurations that I need to make. Anyway, you just go ahead and choose whichever preference is easiest for you. Then down at the bottom, you click the back button. That'll take you back to the general interface. You can go into history and see what's been scanned before. You can go ahead and do some updates, or you can go ahead and set it to do automatic updates. Okay, you are configured to automatically receive updates. So that's good. You're good to go there. You go back now, and then you can either scan a file or a directory. You can look at the results after the file has been scanned. So normally what I do is I scan the whole system, right? So how do you choose the whole system? You usually come here. I usually go to File System. Okay. And when you choose the file system, it chooses all of it, I believe. It should choose all of it. And then you click OK. And then you can start your scan. I'm going to cancel mine because if we go ahead and do it now, it's going to take a while. And then I close. So that's how you can use Clam TK. It's a very good software. It's very good to use. I would suggest using it. Like I said, I know most Linux distros do not require antivirus scanning software, but it's always good practice to use. Like I said, you might have software on here that you usually like to pass off from your system to a Windows system. And you know, like I say, it's always a good thing to go ahead and scan your files to make sure that they don't have any antivirus scanning software that they don't have any type of malware that may be harmful to our Windows friends. So it's a good application to use. Check it out. You should like it. And also, let's go ahead and continue on. The last thing we need to do is go ahead and configure our firewall. In our last video, we went over how to install the firewall. In this video, let's go ahead and go over a little bit more about configuring it. So we go down to our menu button, left click on that, then we go to control panel. Then from control panel, I believe it's either in system or in other. It's in other. So you left click on the firewall configuration, put in your password, and there's your firewall, your GUI firewall for UFW. Okay, I believe in the last video we went over how to create a profile. If we didn't, we can go over that again real quick. If you just go up to Edit, left click on Edit, go to Preferences. From here, here's your profiles. To add a profile, just hit the plus button. Profile 2 is added. So then you just go ahead and close. Right here, you can see this is where you can choose your profile. And I believe we went over before, on all profiles you want to make it to where you deny all incoming traffic. That's traffic coming from your that's traffic coming from the internet into your computer. You want to deny all incoming traffic, and you want to allow all outgoing traffic. That's traffic going from your computer out onto the internet. And let's see, let's choose home. Home is, the status is on. The policy is incoming is deny, outgoing is allow. Let's come on down here to where rules is. You click on rules. Let's do us a quick rule. Go down to the bottom, click the plus sign to add a rule. Alright, and once again, if we hadn't went over this in the last video, we can go over this again in this video. You can either choose simple or advanced. Let's go ahead and choose simple. You can give it a name. Let's see, this name can be, let's do one for email. Okay. And then you can set the policy to either allow or deny. The direction will be in or out. It doesn't matter, whichever you choose. Protocols can be both, or either or. And then the port, as you can see from this yellow message that just came up, you can either choose the port number or the port range or the service. It doesn't matter. For email, the port, the incoming port, I believe, is 25. Okay. And then the outgoing port is 110. Okay. And then you just choose add. If you didn't want to choose the ports and you wanted to choose the services, the service would be SMTP. Simple Mail Transport Protocol, I believe. And then you just press add. And then you choose close. And then you go back and you will see that they are both in there. Alright? And that's how you create a rule. Alright? And then you come down here, you can go to listening report. This will show you what's going on, what your firewall is looking at, what ports it has blocked, what ports it's listening to. And you can look at that stuff there. You can look at your logs right here. Let's see. You can copy and paste it from a clipboard to an application, whether that be a text file or a Word document or a spreadsheet, whatever is most comfortable for you. Okay. And then if you want to delete these rules, you just highlight them. Okay. And then you can choose the minus button to delete them. And they are gone. So you can add rules, you can delete rules. Alright. Getting started, you can read the Getting Started menu. It goes over the basic operation of the firewall GUI, which is known as Gufw. Alright. And if we didn't go over in a previous video, the acronym UFW stands for Uncomplicated Firewall, and the G is just GUI. Okay. And so, I believe that's it. Go ahead and close out of that. Go ahead and close out of Control Center. And I believe that's the end of the tutorial. Thank you very much for watching my video, and you have a good day.